Me when someone tells me Creed fragrances are average and they only wear indie or artisanal niche scents.
You snobs! You stupid, stucker, toffee-nosed, half-witted, upper-class piles of pots!
Me when someone asks me why I enjoy hunting cats in my local area with an air rifle.
Makes you feel heroic,
Right.
untouchable. Like nothing matters. You cannot touch me. I am God.
Yeah.
And here we have actual footage of fragrance YouTubers visiting the Roger Dove stall at the recent Milan Accents fragrance event. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. So today we're going to talk about Jean Paul Gaultier La Malle Elixir. I do not have a bottle, I have a sample which came from the wonderful Fragrance Samples UK. By the way, if you're in the USA and you want to buy a fragrance sample, please go to myfragrancesamples.com. Best place for the USA, Canada and Puerto Rico for your designer and niche fragrance samples. Amazing range there. Link in the description. Great site. Okay, by the way, as I film this also, sorry to give you the plugs, but this is an important thing. As I film this, we have a code on DAD15 for the upcoming Father's Day for everything on the Norton and Wilson site. So the new one, Gravitas Essentia, the highly acclaimed Chypre Fulminare, and of course the original Gravitas Prom, and Bon Viveur. 15% off, code DAD15. Get it while it lasts. Okay, guys, let's get into this thing. Jean Paul Gaultier, I got a sample. I heard a lot of good reviews about this one from other YouTubers saying that it's maybe going to be the release of the year or that it's the best one so far, and they've totally nailed it. And, you know, I really respect the original La Malle fragrance 1995 release from the perfumer. What's his name? This geezer? His name was Francis, not Maison Francis. His actual name is Francis Kirkjohn. If you can say that better than me, well done. I've got a little short video that I've already put up, and I can't really put it much better, so I'm just going to insert that here to describe what I think about this fragrance. Let me tell you the truth about Jean Paul Gaultier La Malle Elixir. I have a sample here, and I've been working with this one for a few days now. Lavender, mint, vanilla, benzoin, honey, tobacco, tonka bean. It's being billed as the most exciting La Malle flanker, perhaps the one of the best new releases of 2023. Really? I must be missing something. To be completely honest with you, it smells a little bit like La Malle. You can really smell the original La Malle and then some sweet stuff. Do I pick up on tobacco note? Not particularly. Tonka, vanilla, benzoin? Yeah, probably. It's just basically a little bit like La Malle, very powdery and a little bit more sweet. Kind of a dumbed down version of the original Jean Paul Gaultier La Malle from 1995. I will have to pass on this one. I cannot quite frankly see what all the fuss is about. If I had to wear it, would I? Yes. Does it smell pleasant? Yes. Is it a particularly exciting or refined or sophisticated scent? No. And there it is. I don't have a hell of a lot to add. Since then, I've seen somebody comment on my video. I had a really good response. I wore this the other day. I've bought it. My wife loved it. And she said I smelled great. Listen, it's just my humble opinion, and I'm not right and you're wrong. It just doesn't happen to be my taste that I love it. It probably could be a really good purchase for you. So the price, I think, around about £73 for 100ml. I found it in the UK. So I'm not, it's a personal taste thing. I'm not saying the fragrance sucks objectively, and maybe to say that it lacks refinement or sophistication or whatever I said in that video. Well, okay, I guess a new flanker to Jean Paul Gaultier La Malle is not really about refinement and sophistication. It's about something that's enticing, modern and appealing smelling, and maybe will appeal to a big number of people. To be honest, it probably does. So maybe I was a bit harsh there, but frankly, no, I'm not excited by it, and I won't be buying a bottle, and I don't share the opinion of other YouTubers who said it was really amazing. And that's all there is to it. It's all about opinions. That's the fun of it. But yeah, I'd pass this one. So you get something useful out of the video. We also are going to share a fragrance with you and a little bit of life advice. This is Fragrances Plus on my channel. It's the Mr. Smelly, smelling good while winning at life community. Now, I try and give you Fragrances Plus. Sometimes we talk about wristwatches. Got an Omega on there today. Omega Seamaster, 40ml. Love it, love it, love it. I'm not really here for the watches today, so I won't go on about that. Great fragrance that I've been enjoying recently. Bit expensive compared to the Jean Paul Gaultier one. It's Chanel Boy. Recent release-ish, 2017, 2016. This is a really lovely, powdery, slightly floral, aromatic fougere. It has a very fresh opening. It has very much a kind of talcum powder feel. It's not a totally classic fougere. It's more like a neo-fougere a tiny bit along the lines of things like Invasion Barbar by MDCI, the 2000 release from Stephanie Bacouche. Doesn't smell, I'm not saying it smells like that, but it has a very kind of dapper, powdery, slightly vanillic, or just a very slight element of sweetness, and a metrosexual sort of vibe. I think pretty unisex, actually, as I said. Really great for this time of year when it's warm. Really like this one. It is expensive, but that's something that does have refinement and sophistication, so I gravitate towards that more than things like the La Malle one that we've been reviewing today. Hope you've enjoyed that. If you do like the video, or even if you don't, maybe the next one could be better, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. One last thing, I'm going to give you guys life advice. I dipped my toe into the world of dating a few months ago. I cannot reveal any details of any dates I may ever or not have had or have had, and this doesn't really come from direct experience related to that, but it's interesting to enter that world in your 40s. However, a bit of advice for you folks, real big one here. When you're either with someone in a proper established relationship or dating them, here's something that you should pay heed to. Yeah, and this happened to me once I can think of significantly. If you're in a relationship with someone and you talk about it honestly with your close friends or family when they're not around sometimes, as I think is only normal that most of us do, there might be good times that you're mentioning and sharing with friends that you really like this person, but if there are things that you mention that they give you advice on, and maybe especially if they meet this person and spend time around you guys together, if you're getting feedback from people close to you that you trust and that you know, so for example, close family members that you really trust and know will always have your back, care about you, and maybe close friends that you've known for many years that you know you trust, and the feedback is maybe unanimous or close to it, that they all don't really like the person and don't think the person really treats you that well, or don't think that person respects you, and are telling you really they would be happier for you if you got out of that relationship, it's nearly always right, okay? So bear that in mind, unless you've got terrible toxic friends, in which case you need to ditch them. If these people are telling you that person is bad for you, and when you're whining and saying, oh, they did this, she said this to me, she did it, I'm disappointed, what do I do? Was it my fault? And they're going, no, it's not your fault, that's just wrong of them, okay? You do need to listen to that. Your gut feelings that you were maybe mistreated nearly always are going to be right. And if they are telling you, and if you find yourself maybe defending this person to them, or say, yeah, but, they're having a bad time at work, or, they've got these 2 kids that they have to be stressed out, or maybe I was a bit late for that, late for the party or whatever they wanted me, but they're saying, no, it was their fault. You've got to listen to that. You're being maybe suckered by your infatuation or false sense of loyalty to this person. And when these people, and I've said it to other friends who I'm saying, just leave this woman. She's awful. Can't stand her. She's no good for you. And they can't see it because they've got that spell that women, or not women, or your partner may cast over you. Maybe deliberately, maybe not. But they are, or it's too scary to leave or whatever. But that you are the victim of this spell. And when I see it in other people, I can say easily, don't go and meet that person again. Don't fly out to Italy to meet them. That is going to be pain for you. Don't do it. But then sometimes I've got that good logic and a good brain. But sometimes if I get a little bit tricked, I'm in the midst of a romantic thing, I can not get it and end up defending someone who ain't treating me right. It's happened in the past, but it will never happen again. Guys, if your friends and family that you trust don't like the person you're with, get out of there. That's it. I'm leaving it there. Thanks a lot. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. La Malle Elixir. It's a pass from me, but if you feel differently, that's fine. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.